vision, leadership, workplace-related topics. The Voices of Victory podcast show. Subscribe today. Let's go.
Vision, leadership, self-esteem, workplace-related topics.
Subscribe.
The Voices of Victory podcast show.
Voices of Victory.
Vision,
Voices of Victory.
leadership,
Voices of Victory.
workplace-related topics.
The Voices of Victory.
Voices of Victory. Voices of Victory. Voices of Victory.
It's time for the show. You are now listening to the Voices of Victory podcast show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mario Di Leone.
And welcome to the Voices of Victory podcast. I am your host, Mario Di Leone. And boy, are you going to love this episode today. You're going to absolutely love it. I think a lot of people are going to go crazy over this one. Now, today's podcast episode, as you know, we speak about things in regards to self-confidence, self-esteem. We talk about workplace-related topics. We talk about vision. We talk about leadership. We talk about emotions. And we also talk about psychology. And guess what? Today is how to spot emotional triangulation in one sentence. How to spot that. Let's have some fun. Let's talk about what it is. And I am your host, Mario Di Leone. So let's break down a little bit of a relatable scenario, something that will lighten the mood with some humor. Just picture this. You're at a family dinner. You're minding your own biz, enjoying the mashed potatoes because let's face it, they're the highlight of the dinner. And then out of nowhere, your aunt, Karen, we'll call her, leans in and says, "You know, your cousin James thinks you're always bossing everyone around." And you're like, "What? I didn't even know James had an opinion, let alone one that's being passed to Aunt Karen like it's a game of telephone." Sound familiar? Yep, that's emotional triangulation for you. Welcome to the club. Emotional triangulation is when someone involves a third party in a conflict to manipulate or shift blame without directly addressing the whole issue themselves. Yeah, here's the kicker. I'm going to be serious now. It's not just awkward family gatherings. It happens at work. It happens in friendships, even in romantic relationships. Someone drops someone else's opinion like a grenade trying to get you upset or uncertain. This isn't innocent. It's a sneaky psychological tactic. It's like playing chess with your feelings, except you didn't sign up for the game. Now, if you're thinking, well, that sounds like a lot of drama, you're right. But guess what? You don't have to play along. So stay tuned right now. Hang on to what I'm about to say, because I'm going to show you exactly what to do when Aunt Karen or anyone else tries to drag you into their emotional mess and narrative. Here's the psychological insight, like what's really happening. Emotional triangulation is when someone involves that third party in a conflict that doesn't concern them directly. You didn't ask for James's opinion, but suddenly you're stuck in the middle of a war that you didn't start. So this tactic, it forces you to react, defend, or feel guilty about something that you didn't even do. It's like someone trashing your favorite TV show, only they say, well, everyone thinks it's bad, just to get under your skin. So let's shift to a more practical insight here. The person triangulating you doesn't want to deal with their own issue, so they push the tension onto you. They plant doubt, they split connections, and the real kicker is they get to avoid conflict while you get stuck with the emotional cleanup. Here's the twist. Once you see the big game, you stop playing. The moment you recognize what's happening, you reclaim power. You don't have to bite the bait, and you don't have to explain yourself, and you get to protect your peace. So I'm going to offer a communication strategy. This is what you would say confidently and direct to good old Aunt Karen. So Aunt Karen will roll in hot with the "James said this" line. And here's your one sentence, your one power move. "I'm not involved in this. Please talk directly to James." That is it. No drama, no defense, just flat truth. Now you might be thinking, but Mario, wouldn't that make me seem rude? Nope. You know what's rude? Dragging people into drama that isn't theirs. That's the truth. That's the truth of emotional triangulation. When you drop that line, people either respect it or they expose their own chaos. And let's be real, triangulators, they're just selling tickets to their own damn circus because they're quite bored. They say simple minds discuss people, and there is a truth to that. But don't buy a ticket to the circus. That one sentence, it's your golden ticket ticket to peace. It's not cold. It's clear. It's confident. It's direct. It says, I'm not your emotional middle person. Say it like you mean it. Say it like you say no to pineapple on pizza with full conviction. And some things are just non-negotiable in this world. It's about boundary empowerment. You have to be able to reinforce your power of boundaries. And that is a serious message. So let's get this straight. Boundaries are not just some trendy online topic of self-help talk. They are protection, they are power, they are peace. And when you set your boundaries, you're not being rude. You're being real. You're saving your energy from being siphoned by another person's dysfunction. Some people will turn around and guilt trip you into thinking that being nice means being involved. But being truly kind starts with being kind to yourself. So when you refuse to participate in the triangulation, you send a clear message to the universe that I honor my peace above all. And let's be honest, that's the kind of message that builds resilience, not resentment. Now, your boundaries, they're your superpower. So next time someone pulls you into an emotional ping pong, you got to ask yourself, is this worth my energy? Is this worth my time? How could I shut this down and just leave it be? Or is this just noise? Because 9 out of 10, it's noise. And you got to protect your peace, guard your mind, and you've got this. You can do it. So I want you to know if this episode hit home, make sure you subscribe for more tools on navigating emotional dynamics, and of course with clarity and confidence. You deserve a life that's free from drama and full of peace. Unless, of course, you're attracted to drama, which some people are. And remember, your boundaries are not walls. They're doors that you get to lock or open by choice. Hold that power close. Don't let anybody take it from you. And be sure to check out my courses on Gumroad. I have a course on leadership, impact leadership framework, as well as a course on negotiation. And the course on negotiation contains micro negotiations, which are the small, everyday tidbits and tools, because we all negotiate through life. And the small micro negotiations, they're just as big as the giant deals that you can close. Have a great day and see you on the next episode.